What's good? I feel away this morning. I ain't feel like walking today. But since I made a habit of my life, and the habit was to get up and check your Facebook memories every day to see how far you done came. It's a story there. So, when my mama was dying, because we're coming up October 23rd, that's the October 23rd, 2009. I remember that. I remember that day. As clear as like yesterday. And so we coming up on 15 years without my mama. And I say this all the time, but I'm gonna say it to y'all out loud because y'all don't really know me like that. The only difference between Drake and Kanye is Kanye lost his mama. So if y'all don't know what I feel about mama, because I lost my mama, so she gone, and then my sister, she died too. So I get to feel what it feels like to lose a sibling and your mama. And some people done lost more than that. And so I done lost both my grandmothers, both my grandfathers. The only person I got left was my dad, and he had a stroke, and but man, like, I done lost so many people after losing my mama that I forgot like how many years were passing. Like, years were passing so fast. And like every year around this time, I still had the same anxiety and like trauma attached to this time. Like a spirit of just sadness come over me, and I'd be having to sit down. And it's time for me to I gotta move past it. Like when people move through life more freely when they're not confronted with death. People, you move so free through life, like you don't think that, damn, you could die. Like all the hell you done put yourself through, you possibly could have died. You could have possibly died. And like when I lost my mom, because when I lost my grandmother, I mean, she was old, she had dementia, but I lost her the day that I flew off to go to Dubai. And so I'm sitting here with this situation, like, man, my mama done died. Like, that was my first day saying, man, fuck, man, I could die. And I lived my life in somewhat half of what I should have been because I didn't have my mama wisdom no more. So I didn't know what she was protecting me from. Like, man, with some family members, I had to go and deal with them. I had to go deal with these adults that still looked at me like a kid. Nope, you're not gonna handle me like that. And we straighten them on up. And that's the stuff that your mama, because my mama, people went for to go up against my mama. You better be an ally. And that's the type of respect that people gotta have for you, man. Like, hey, shit, you can hug like many, but not me. So losing my mama was losing like somebody that can go and, hey, that's who my mama was. She was gonna come get in your face about me. So when my mom lost, like when I lost my mom, like you still had the memories. So you gotta lean on the good memories that you know you got from them people. You gotta lean on that because them people done instill some really good stuff in you. Like throw out whatever you thought was trash about them. Just be like, I don't want to be like that. Mm-mm. Like in my family, it's a lot of passiveness, small thinking, like small-minded thinking. Like, oh, okay, we'll make $20,000 in a year. I'm sitting up. I'm like, nah, think bigger. So that about, you know, my mom, I didn't want to carry on. I was like, think big, man. If you think as a parent, think big, man, your kids gonna learn to think big. You gonna have to think big. And so losing my mom, man, I had to basically, you know, we got this whole meal on my plate. I gotta take in what's for nourishment and spit out the rest. Like I don't need all of that. I'm gonna spit the bones out. Like all that bland stuff that, like I don't believe in whooping my kids. I don't believe in that. I believe I can teach them through correction. And if correction don't work, we figure out our own form of punishment. But we're not gonna treat them like slaves. So they don't grow up small-minded. But they must understand that there are consequences when you do foolish things. Maybe you have to pop them sometimes. But that should always be the lastest of all the resorts. Because they get used to these whoopings, and then you will have to get harder and harder and harder. If they never saw it coming, they're like, damn, she must be serious. That's when it makes sense. Man, it's been almost 15 years, October 23rd, 2009. Man, I be wanting to sit down. Like this time it'd be so heavy. But the thing about life that I learned is like when all them other people die, I always remember this one thing. You was born on the date of your birthday at a specific time, and you and God was the only people that knew the exact time you was coming. Like when people die, yeah, it's sad. Okay, but you're gonna have to get up and get on about your life. At some point in your life, like you're gonna feel like you on a real high. Take that time to work your ass off. And if you've built up enough time on those sad dates, man, chill out. If you can afford, but find some time to chill out when you feel your worst. Do what you can, and man, we trying to live, man. We talking about people who done lost somebody close to you, man. You feel like you done died. And like, boy, in the first couple of years, boy, I used to cry about everything. Ooh, ooh. Like, man, you be like, damn, man, my mama not gonna be here for my wedding. Man, damn. I'm gonna have children. My mama not even gonna be a grandmother. Like, man, you be like, damn. Like, you be thinking about that shit, like, and it be heavy. This is the day. I wrote this like in my book. And So this is the day I had to go back to Iraq because I was working overseas. Working overseas. And like I knew she was almost close to the end because I wouldn't be in like the people that was like, oh, you just gotta remain faithful to God as a healer. You know, she can be healed on the other side because she about to die. This was the day I got back to Iraq. And I called and I was like, yeah, I made it. Well, I was stressed the fuck out. I'm back at work. And I'm like, I'm just doing what I can. Like I'm healed. I'm healed, dog. What else you need from me? Like people like, damn, bro, you good? I'm like, no. No, I'm not. But, you know, what they told me, man, like, ooh, boy. So when I'm looking through my Facebook memories, I looked and I went all the way down to 2009. And I said, man, what was I doing on this day? And, boy, back in Iraq at work, stressed out. Like, man, so I was in Iraq. I was working over there, man. I didn't want to quit my job, you know, because my mom couldn't pay her bills no more. So I'm, bam, bam, I'm paying her bills and my bills. And, man, I had to work, bro. Like, you gotta work. So I had to make that decision to leave. And you know, in the book, bro, I remember on the day I had to leave, my mama, I was like sitting there like a little boy, man. I feel like a little boy. Like, mama, I gotta go back to work. Like I had my head down. Like she put her hand on my face and she was like, it's all right. Man, I was just like, well, there ain't nothing you can do. Like, it ain't a weight you can lift to take this pain away. It ain't nothing you can do. It ain't nothing you can do. That's why I be telling people, like, when they lose moms and stuff like that, like, you gotta let them people go through their shit, bro. They finna go through so much foolishness. They ain't know that their mama was holding down for them. And it become all your burden. You finna know all mama's secrets. Cause she can't take care of herself. Or she can't say nothing no more. Like, she out of here. And you gotta go on about your life. And that be the rough part, when you have to go on about your life. It ain't no more conversation. I remember I kept my mama phone on. Like, I kept paying the bill for her phone, so I could no longer pay the bill. And just to hear her voice messages, I just like listen to her voice, like, that was tough. And like sometimes, like in the beginning, when it first happened, like I would come home on vacation, I always call my mama first thing. And boy, you can't even call, like, when you can't call, man, look, when you lose your mama's voice, that's when it really started to, like I was in a daze. I know I had to be 7 years just getting bounced around. And then my sister died, man, a week before my birthday. Years later. So, man, I'm coming up on year 15. It get a little bit easier, man, with time and understanding. And, I had to, you learn your mama, because you were like, man, my mama died when I was 27. She died when I was, 27. So, bro, like, you still know your mama. You know your mama ain't perfect, but when she died, you gotta find out who your mama is through her friends, through your aunties, your uncles, her mama. You be like, damn, man, who was my mama like? Because it's like when they hear you, like, you not understand that one day this person might be up out of here early, and you never know. So you don't be caring about your parents like that, really. You be trying to do your own thing. But when they gone, them people that be crying hard, that didn't ever go check on mama and them, okay. But that shit gonna hurt. I don't give a damn how people treated you. That shit gonna hurt. Shit, man. 15 years, man. 15 years.